Let me ask you about a racial question, whether it's Tyler Hansborough or Michael Beasley, and just the idea that there hasn't been a great white American player in the NBA probably since Chris Mullin. It's been a long time, and it would make sense that general managers would look at that and say to themselves, well, the chances of me getting a great white college star and having him be a great white pro aren't very good. If someone with Tyler Hansborough's resume, 22-10, College Player of the Year, were black, do you think people might say he's unathletic or he's not athletic enough for the next league?
I've never had a discussion with anybody in the NBA or with anybody regarding the draft about a player's race. There are countless African American players that have been discussed as to their athleticism, whether they any particular player, irrespective of race, is athletic enough. Does he? Well, remember a few years Michael Sweetney when he came out, people were talking about his athleticism. Can he score oversized?
Not with this resume though, Jay.
What's that?
Not with this resume. 22-10, best player in the sport.
22-10. What are you talking about?
Tyler Hansborough.
Oh, you mean his stat, 22 points, 10 rebounds a game.
Yes.
I thought you were talking about some sort of record. I was like, they weren't 22-10. Well, he's Player of the Year, but there have been other players. Well, Chris Carroll was Player of the Year in All-American and all that when he came out, and wasn't drafted in the first round. I don't even think he was drafted. So I think you're wrong there, and I think I'm not a sociologist, but I tend to think I've never discussed race before with regard to a prospect, and I don't even know where to begin to sort of express sort of the displeasure I would have in having that kind of discussion.
Well, let's do it another way then. Let's be displeasurable in another way. If Michael Beasley were white,
Dan, there are so many ways that you're displeasurable. If that's even a word,
I don't know if it is.
There are so many directions we can go. Let's start.
If Michael Beasley were white, you don't think that a GM would have trepidation? Same guy, same exact guy in every way, that he would say to himself, well, God, it's been 20 years since a great white American player has been great in the NBA. What?
So you think it's more their nationality or their race? What are you saying? Now you're saying that the NBA people don't have any trepidation with regard to white Europeans?
Well, there are more examples of white Europeans like Dirk and Manu starring, like Peja Stojakovic. There are more examples of them being stars. Who's the best white American player in the NBA? Is it Dunleavy?
Hey, Dan, no offense, but this is stupid. And I'm not going to engage in this. I mean, all due respect. I mean, if you guys want to talk about this, I'm here to talk about whatever you want outside of this.
No,
this is stupid.
We don't have to talk about anything, but it's not stupid. And you can't start a sentence.
It is. It's stupid.
You can't start a sentence.
You can't sit there and talk race with regard, and then bring nationality into it and act like the whole race thing is the issue. And then you say, well, now but it doesn't apply with regard to white Europeans. That doesn't make any sense at all.
Jay, you can't start a sentence with no offense and then say this is stupid.
Okay, then take offense. It's stupid, and I don't want to talk about it anymore. You want to talk about something else?
No, thank you. Good talking to you.
You too.
Jay Billis of ESPN.